Hey, good morning, guys. It's your boy E White. All right, so we're looking at this Forex client sentiment, and this website is absolutely free. And these guys went out to try to create a website that allows you to see the sentiment across the whole entire spectrum of the market instead of based off of one particular broker. And they're using AI and algo to go and get these types of data points for you guys. And they really are looking out for a lot of us. You go, sorry, you go and you look at their about section, they'll tell you why they created this. And the big thing is that it's free. All right. And so that's a big thing for me right now to be able to, show you guys this. A lot of people do hoard information, and for good reason. I know why some people do. But at the end of the day, I think it's a lot of people eventually that come across this video and see it, and then they can use this, and hopefully this site will be still running years from now. But I think they did a great job. It's simple, and I'm a contrarian investor, so I like to use these types of data points to help me with my trading. And if you don't understand what a contrarian is, it's basically that we don't travel the same path as the masses. In fact, we look at the masses and try to do the opposite. But that doesn't mean that every time we do that we're going to be correct. That's just the way the markets are. But the vast majority of the time, we are correct. And I'll give you an example. So let's go down to let's do some indexes and let's look at yesterday 68%, and it probably changed. Let me see. Yeah, so 68% was short yesterday on the S&P 500, and only 34% were long. And so we go over here, and let me go to a bigger one pane. Let's do SPY. All right, and it's the 4 hour. Okay, so yesterday we took out some long positions and we did pretty well. I didn't hold throughout the day. I normally go for like 100% or so on those particular contracts. So I don't like to swing trade on options, but we took out a couple contracts. We got this nice little bullish move back up into this area. It looked like it was trying to come close this gap, but for the most part, we we looked, and 66% were short. So you got to understand, the vast majority of people who are short, typically the market doesn't go that way. You provide liquidity for something that's much larger than you. So if you're willing to sell, that means they're willing to buy. That means they have something to buy. But once again, I told you before, not all the time it will go into your direction. Sometimes the sentiment will win. And that's just like the house allowing the gambler to win a few that have to. That's the only way that you would get hooked, that you would have some winners. But the house ultimately knows that eventually you will give back that which you have taken from them eventually. They know this. They play the long game. Okay. So yeah, so check it out. I put this link to this website um, in the description so you guys can start using it. All right. And yeah, and like I said, go you. It's mainly for forex, so you're not gonna find individual stocks on here. But let me make sure. Um, okay, I was about to put in Apple or something, but yeah. And if I find one specifically for stocks, I'll let you guys know. I post it. But yeah, this is for forex, and you have some indices, and you have some commodities as well too. So you got gold, oil, and silver. And I'm pretty sure over time they will update this because I have seen some changes from when I seen this a couple of years ago. So it look like they are updating and adding. So over time, this could build up and add more things. But for the most part, um, it's pretty good. And before I get off, like let's just look at maybe let's look at this one, like US dollar, Canadian dollar, right? And I don't know which time frame are they basing it off of, or just an overall sense of direction. But if you notice on a 4 hour time frame on here, we're clearly in a downtrend, right? But a lot of people don't realize that the Canadian dollar has been uh, there's been an overwhelming amount of people long. It's 66%, and so but we're dropping, right? So this gives us that once again that contrarian viewpoint that we need to be looking for sales, because now we have somebody who's willing to what buy. So we want to mimic and we want to hide behind the big market makers, because that's what they're looking for. They say, hey, if all of you guys want to sell to us, of course. I'm sorry. If you want to buy, if you're the buyers in the market, of course, we need to sell. We need to get off of this. So you got to understand, they're so large, they have to sell at various price points throughout the chart. They cannot unload everything at this price level. They have some that's coming off here. They did a lot of unloading in here to stabilize the market, and then it keeps pushing. And what they're doing is this is like a liquidity hunt. They just keep okay. Oh, y'all want to buy here? You want to buy here? And what eventually happens is that over time, the 66% will start to change drastically, and then now you'll see that we maybe 66 or 50% bearish over here, and now you're gonna start looking for opportunities to start to get long. Let's look at um, the odd JPY. All right, so 66% was supposed to be short over there as well. So let's see what price point is doing. And what do you notice? We're in a what? We're in an uptrend. All right. And now we just have these lows come in, and people. This could be a bull trap, right? I'm sorry, bear trap. You got all these people that's coming short, like, okay, yeah, we're ready. We're gonna start coming back down, but this could be making a higher high, higher low. So then we need to go on higher time frames, and we need to look and need to see exactly what type of market structure. Now that we see this market structure area where we at in relation to here, we know that this it'll be a key area that price, yes, can turn around from here, but also price can break above these areas, get back up here, and maybe create a double top. So, and it will look something similar like this right here. So let's go back in the time right over here. You see how we're pushing up? All right. So we're back in this area. We get this drop right here. This is the bears are coming into the market. Oh yeah, this is over. We're going down. Yeah, we are going down, but not right now, right? So we get down, they get trapped, they get liquidated, they get knocked out. We just crush over these highs to get pushed up. So all this was just a big, huge liquidity grab. Also, you got to understand that if you had a short order in the market and your stop losses up here, your stop losses are actually buy orders. So if you got a lot of people who are getting squeezed out of their position, they are closing out. Their stop losses getting hit, but they're also automatically turned into buy orders as well too. So this is why we get this extra push up. It's because these are all these people getting these short squeezes, and they have to close on their positions. So it's the same thing like it is in stock market with shorting stocks. So it's the same with forex or even in crypto futures, right? All right, so we get up here, boom, and then now we get to drop one. Like this something that could possibly happen right here, because we're at extreme levels and everybody is trying to go short right now. That's like, yo, it has to drop. And the market is saying, like, hey, thank you for the liquidity. And now we maybe push up higher. We could touch these areas, or we could push a little bit and then drop. But we need to look at these extremes. I'll ask you guys is that if you want to become wealthy, if you want to become consistent in life, you got to focus on self mastery. It has nothing to do with all this widgets, gadgets, tools, AI, all that stuff. AI is going to help us in a lot of ways, but it's not going to really help us if we do not have self mastery. We got to have self mastery, guys. And so keep that in mind. Keep working harder. Work on being disciplined. And that's why I believe that people should work together as a group. So you can check in with each other. But I've noticed that when you do groups, people feel shame. They don't want to admit that they may have blown an account. They don't want to admit that they had a chart that's wrong. Look, we're going to have to be transparent. We got to be vulnerable. And that's just part of the game. That's part of the self mastery. You got to get out of yourself. You got to get out of your way as well. I hope this helped. Hit the like button, subscribe. Um, if you're listening to this or you're watching this video, I believe in you. I need you to believe in yourself. You can do it. Just take one step at a time. Simplify your trades. Feel the emotions. Go through it. It's okay. But you got to keep repping it over and over. If you want to become great at something, you got to continue to do it over and over. And you cannot do it over and over by doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just all over the place. It need to be the same movement over and over. We call it muscle memory. All right. You need to remember. It's like you do it with your eyes closed and just rep it. Don't worry about whether you're winning or losing. Worry about, are you doing your plan with fidelity? It's your boy E White. I'm out. You have a great day.